before hitting record, I've already tried suction, and as you would expect, trying the suction is pretty much just like knocking against a brick wall. Really, really solid here. And there's been no preparation with oil, as you can see. I mean, it is a pretty solid chunk here. So what I'm doing is the only option, the only thing that's going to work is a bullhorn hook, because that little gap through to the eardrum there, and you can just about see the eardrum in the background there. It's that kind of greyish blue skin. Any other tool would be far too large, and inserting a tool that deep in a shadowed area is very dangerous. And if it was any deeper, then I'd be thinking twice. So I'm just being very, very careful as I kind of creep through that gap. And this is probably one of the disadvantages of an endoscope, in that although I'm very good with an endoscope, and although you can get really, really skillful with it the more you use it, ultimately, the depth perception is not there. You have to use other things to gauge how deep to go. But when you're plunging a tool into a shallow area behind wax, behind a foreign object, that's when it gets a little sketchy. So we just have to be very careful here. But as you can see, moving back and forth, and I'm applying downward pressure as well, we have been able to extract this plug. So as you can see, it's actually kind of a very dense formation of dead skin. So there we go. And again, the reason that I wanted to feature another core is because they're so good at this kind of thing. A little bit of a depression, a little bit of a dip on the floor of the ear canal, which, I'm not sure if I'm reading too much into it, but that looks like an area where there was some bone remodeling. So, it could just be the patient's anatomy, to be honest. But unsurprisingly, that's roughly where the collection of dead skin was. So that's very suspicious. This is the patient's other ear. So again, a similar formation, but obviously just upside down, but not nearly that bad. And this piece of dead skin here is pretty loose, actually. So not really appropriate for a hook. I was holding it at the time, so I thought I might as well just go in and examine it with the hook. And sometimes, and you'll see this on other videos, particularly Dr. Zhao, who's very, very skilled with the hook, you'll often see him kind of, scraping and shoving the hook around the side. But in this case, I thought it was difficult, so I thought I'd just use a suction hook. And you can see how I'm kind of shoving the hook forward, just to kind of loosen it up here, and